Hey folks, Landstryder here, and welcome to another episode in my Forever Stranded Lost Souls playthrough. Today we want to look at getting into a little bit of Mystic Agriculture, and before we get into that, the first thing I wanted to do was improve my water production. It's a little slow and a little too manual because I kept running out of leaves, and then I'd have to go get leaves and stuff like that, and before I just crafted everything off camera, I figured I'd better just start recording. Because we're going to get into a little bit of, as you can see, the garden cloche is what I'm after. I've already made the workbench. I mean, it's nothing particularly special. We can go ahead and turn that one in. And so we can also turn that Constantine in that we got last episode. That's going to get us a thing there. There was a couple other ones that I think that I managed to complete last episode but forgot to turn in. Let's see if I can find them here. Nope. Guess not so much in that area. But we've definitely done a bunch of agriculture off camera. So obviously I did the prosperity shards and Infernium essence. We can claim that one. Done. I made the infusion crystal, the first infusion crystal. You're going to need this, that particular item. That is what you use to craft the essence up to the various tiers. Using 4 of the previous tier essence gives you the next higher tier up, etc., etc. And then each tier you can make a better version of the Infernium seed. So I've got tier, that's like actually a tier 1, that's a tier 2, and that's a tier 3. That's as far as I got on the tiers of Infernium seed. The rest of these are just tier 1s just in here. And I went back to the grass and tilled up some grass in order to get those worms. And that's pretty simple. It's just a matter of taking your wooden hoe. The reason I wanted those worms, one, they will water the crop. I actually moved the water tank. You can kind of see it right there under the edge of the thing. I moved the water tank back there so I could have that, you know, this whole room be dirt. But you can see that little sparkle there. These worms will increase the grow rate in a 3x3 area around them. So this road down the middle is actually getting a double effect from those 2 worms that I have in there. Again, to get those you just go and hoe some grass. Just hoe up any grass. Occasionally you will get a worm. Maybe we can get one here. And I could just I'm not even concerned about this. I'm just trying to get a worm to demonstrate. Oh, hoe broke. But trust me, eventually you will randomly get a worm if you just keep hoeing some grass. Those are going to end up drying out, turning back into dirt, and then eventually the grass is going to grow back over top of it again. But that's how you get the worms. And they will fertilize. They will till, water, and fertilize the area that you in a 3x3 area that you put them in. So that's why they're in there. They increase the production rate of those without having to use the watering can. And I have been using the watering can that I made. There it goes again. Have been using the watering can that I made last episode in order to get the production going in here a little bit more, to get up to where we're at. Like I said, we need a bunch more water. We need more water production. For one, if we want to cook with it, then we're going to need a bit more. So I've started rearranging this room. I cut it down to only 2 barrels for dirt production, and then move the actual barrel, or the actual chest there, drawer, that's the word I'm looking for. You move the drawer that we're going to use for the dirt production over to here. So yeah, it's just going to be the 2 barrels. It's still going to end up going into here if I do want to make some dirt. But back here I want to put a cloche, and there's a couple other things that I'm going to want to make. I already just did those. I don't need any more of those right now, so let's put the living wood away, and let's see what's in these chests real quick before we continue on. More nuggets, okay. More bread, and some chameleon storage. Interesting. How does that work? Does that, let me guess, oh, that's interesting. And then, can I open that? Ah, a shift click. Shift click and there's an inventory there. That is interesting. That is very interesting. Wonder what I can use that for. Anyway, probably for sending items through a wall without having to, yeah, that's an interesting thing, but I don't think I'm going to use it right this minute. So let's put that stuff away. So before we continue on, get a little bit more food out because we're about to run out there. And yeah, the next thing we want to make, there's a couple things we're going to want to make. First of all, we're going to want an item router. A router from Immersive Engineering, this thing right here. So we're going to need to make a few things. We're going to need to make a conveyor belt, and again, that's one of those things that this resin can be used for. So let's use some of that for that. That should give us this one right here. There we go, get us 8 conveyor belts for that. We're also going to need some mechanical things, but we want to do that in the engineer's workbench that I created already. So we want to get this recipe. What does that need? Aluminum. Let's go grab a bit of aluminum. We should have plenty of it in here. Yeah, aluminum. And then we can do, nope, not so much that. I'm actually looking to make the engineer paper for the components. That one right there. That is going to give us the engineer's blueprint, and I'm not sure why I put it all the way out here. I probably should have kept it in here where I was going to do the crafting at. In fact, let's do that. Let's just bring it back inside. Back into the right by the crafting area, where I usually do the rest of the crafting, and we'll put it right there for now. And that can be where we put our blueprint. And then this is going to allow us to make iron and steel mechanical components for a little bit cheaper. One of the things we're going to need for either of those is going to be copper ingots. So let's grab a block of copper. I don't think we're going to need the steel components just yet, and we're not getting that deep into the immersive engineering today. Just enough to make the cloche and this item router to get our better water production. So mechanical components, going to be some iron. Let's make 2 plates. Toss those in there. That'll give us our iron component. And then now, if we should be able to go just like that and get our router. And the router, I want to go right there. So what that's going to do is we're gonna put the items in. I think the cloche should be able to just fit under there, and hopefully I'll be able to feed power into it from the bottom. And then water. Yeah, we're gonna cramp it in here. We're gonna cramp it in here. Don't worry. Put this extra bit of resin away that I grabbed out earlier. We will cramp it in there. So we want the cloche. Loche. That'll work. It's enough. I need another iron component, and we'll need vacuum tubes, which is glass and copper wires. So actually I should have some copper over here. Yes, I do. Copper. We're gonna need 2 of those, and I should have some shears. Thought I had some shears in there. Not in there anyway. Maybe in here. Oh, I know. On here? Yes, there they are. There's the shears. 1, 2 of those. What else? A piece of glass and a piece of redstone. So glass and redstone, and that should be everything it takes to make the vacuum tubes. Then of course we are still going to need the 2 more iron plates to make another mechanical component. Toss those in there, get our iron mechanical component. And now we should be able to go click and garden cloche. There we go. That's an excellent quest complete. Back to immersive tech. There we go. Claim that loot chest, and let's see what that is. See if we get anything. Ooh, very nice. Very nice indeed. Interdiction torches. Been wondering when I was eventually going to get one of those as a reward, but we'll put that in our travel bag for later use. but let's see here. I can probably put these bits away. Not going to need those right now. Let's go set the garden cloche up. Now the output of the cloche is actually up on the bell jar part, so I want to put it just like that. That actually worked out perfectly. We're going to remove this for a second so we can get in here. You can see that's the output portion. So what we want to put in there though is a piece of sand. Sand, just one. Thank you, one. There we go. That's going to be our growing material. Piece of sand. And then we want a cactus to actually do the growing. Every time I look in here and I see these guys have grown, I want to make sure that I collect them so that we can keep increasing the infernorescence that we have. I'm going to come back here and grab some from my manual cactus farm that I set up here a little while back, but just grab those up. I only needed the one, honestly, to get the cloche started, but might as well collect them all. We can throw those into some of the extra ones into the thing. I rearranged this a little bit because I was getting tired of like scooting around the one thing. Plus I changed the direction of the saw. I figured I can eventually put an item placer here. That way I can just like throw a stack of wood in there and walk away and then come back and get it. Probably rearrange some of the item collection mechanics over there as well. So yeah, cactus go in here. One cactus there, that'll get it going. Now this does require some water to start with. That's actually good that we got these cactus, that way we can fill up that water. So one of these sides, and like I said, I'm hoping that I can feed this power from the bottom, and I got now that looks like it's going to take water from the bottom. I wonder if there's a way to, that just rotates it. I don't want to actually want it. Did that change anything? No, that's just rotating it too. Or is it? Or is it? Yeah, that's just rotating it as well. Okay. Rotating it the opposite direction probably. That should be facing the right way again. Alright, back to up here. Let's take a look here again. Make sure this is still facing the right way here. Yes, it is. Let's remove this temporarily just so we can get in here and do a little work. It looks like water is going to go to the back side there. Let's remove a little bit of this. Yeah, power looks like it can actually go to the side. Now the bottom appeared to have an input. I guess what I could do is just attempt to connect the power to the bottom, and if it doesn't, then I know I need to come up into the side of it. Which either way is probably fine. So let's just give it a shot, connecting the power to the bottom, see if it gets power into the device. So we'll need an LV connector and then some wire. And I wonder where all my, there they are, LV relays. So I'm thinking I want to just come right over to the edge here, just kind of go around that thing there, connect over to here, and then directly underneath here. So we go straight down. I'm going to want another relay. Yeah, because that would not pass through there, I don't think. So we'll do that. And let's, did I get it in the right spot? Yes, I did. Okay. Let's see if that will, in fact, power this up. No, it will not. Okay, well, it's good that I actually... Now, I'm wondering if I put my relay... I might end up moving this thing here. Just to make things a little bit easier on running these wires, but this might not stay either, so it's not that big of a deal. I might eventually switch to flux ducts. So, but let's put our relay right there, and just for giggles, we'll test to see if it's going to connect. No, It's saying no. It's saying there's something blocking it. Yeah, too far away from the previous connection. Really? That is not that far. Okay. Alright, well, let's try it like this instead. So right there is where we're going to go to. So if we put it there, let's see if we can go that far. Oh wow, that is blocked. That is kind of surprising. Just that little bit of yeah, just that little stupid chisel and bits. But I need the chisels and bits thing there to keep that from catching on fire. So I guess we're gonna try and go at a little bit of an angle here, and if not, we'll just have to use an extra relay, and it's not that big of a deal. But right up there is where we're gonna go. Now, is it gonna tell me that this is blocked as well? Yes, it is. Really? It just that is kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. Now the question is, let me try that again. The question I have next. Okay, so that is the thing that's blocking it, right? So if I remove it for a second, now I know that this has been changed in some versions. Well, it depends on the config, I suppose. But let's see if we can put that back now without it. Nope, pops right off. So I really do have to, okay, have to put a relay there. Is that the right spot? Yes. And just, there we go, straight up. Now I know for sure that that's going to work. Okay. And then we can place something back up in there, and it actually was a frame slab, but we will just throw a factory block up in there because we need something there, because we're going to do that. Oops. That. There we go. And unfortunately that's going to have to just be ugly for now. Yeah, it'll just have to be ugly. I could, what I could do is just remove these half slabs here. 2 and 3. Remove those. And then fill it back in with these factory slabs like that. And at least it'll look like it's... Oops. Well, it's all the way up there. Maybe I need one more factory slab for there, or factory block for there, but there we go. That'll work. So it's a little less ugly, I suppose, if you happen to look up in there. I guess I'm the only one that's actually going to be looking up in there, but, you know, I count. Alright, so now we should be getting power. Let me double check, make sure that this is in fact receiving power. No. Why are we not receiving any power? Is that the wrong side yet still? That looks like the place for power. Maybe it's it should. Maybe we just don't have power in the network. That should not be an issue. We should have power in the network. I mean, if I come over here and check, yeah, we got plenty of power there. Did I break the wire from some other place and didn't reconnect it? That's a possibility. Nope, that's going, that goes there, that goes there, that goes up there. Oh, I'm a silly. I am a silly. That's not a relay that needs to go up there. That's where my connector needs to go. I do make that mistake from time to time. But now if we look up in there, now that makes me wonder if I did this wrong. Did I do this wrong? Let me just check this real quick. Did it fill up with power? Mostly filled up with power. Okay. I should still be able to determine if this is going to work. If I connect that to the bottom and then go right there, now is it filling up the rest of the way with power? It did. Okay, I can go straight to the bottom. That's actually better. That's actually a little better. I must have put a relay on it the first time, or attempted to put a relay on it the first time, so let's get right underneath there. I'm sure when I'm reviewing the video that is going to be the case, so we'll go straight to the bottom with the power. And I'll stick that there so I can... Actually, since I don't need those ones there now, and pull them back out. Looks like I got some stuff up in there I need to pick up. Make sure I get it all. Okay, and I know putting that block there broke this wire, so I need to reconnect that. And then now I can actually remove those half slabs and place these in like so. Now I need something up in there. Need something up in there. Where do I have the... Or I could just do that and then I can place it from the top. Okay. Work on. We'll go up this way now. Alright, we got the power to it. That's the important part. Power is to it. And then I can place this from up here. Yeah, that works. Except how do I get back out of here? Really? I've got nothing? Nothing in my inventory to get out of here? Surely I have something to get up out of here. Oh, that'll work. That's actually a good thing to use, because once I get up out, I can shift click and pick it back up. It works. Okay, power to it. The only thing remaining is to give it some water and possibly some fertilizer, but just the water will suffice. Just the water will suffice. Now, the question is, what I want to do here is come under here. Can I get that one too? Yeah, come under here, because, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Which one was it? Was it this one? Nope. Ah. That's the one with the dirt. Okay, that's the one with the dirt. Okay. Oh, goodness. What I want to do is come under here with the conduit, this stuff right here. And we want to go straight to there and there and there. And then back down in here again, I guess. There. And I don't think I have enough. And then, yeah, we'll just run out this way. Oh, I'm short like one piece of pipe. A couple pieces of pipe, actually. So I need to go make some more fluid duct. Let's do that. And I need more servos, because we need a servo for each one now. So servo, just basic servos will work. I need 2 of them. 1, 2, because I have one already. There we go. I don't need the rest. And then I'm also going to need more fluid duct. Now the reason I'm using this covered fluid duct is I noticed that when I was using the clear fluid duct to transfer water, it would create a lot of frame lag for me. So we're going to go with the solid fluid duct from this point on whenever we use duct. So opaque fluid duct, this stuff right here. It's also kind of cheaper. Oh, I need a piece of lead. Kind of cheaper. Piece of lead. Let's just grab that little bit of lead that's in there and bring it over here for future crafting purposes. Toss that in there, and then we can do like that. Hopefully a 6 is enough. But now let's reconnect that so that those 2 still will work for purposes. And now we come down here. It's not going to connect to that side because that side is actually typically a power input. Oh, I've got myself stuck again. Dang it. Dang it. You know what I need to do is make some covers for this stuff. That would be nice. In fact, let's pick that piece back up for just a second so I can get myself up out of here. Go make some covers real quick. I'm not sure how difficult that is, but it shouldn't be too bad. Some pipe covers. What is it? Duct covers. Deduct. To do. How does that work? I know that you can make this stuff. What is it? Gotta find it here. Stone covers. That's what I need. This stuff right here. Structural duct, and then we're gonna do that. That's gonna give us 6. I don't need more than 6, I don't think. But that will allow me to do that down in there, and then I can put a structural cover right there. Now, yeah, that works. That works good. And then what would be the structural cover for back in there? It would probably be this other factory block. I'm not sure how that's going to work. What other factory blocks do we have that? And I think these are the ones that are back in there. So let's try them. I don't know that these are going to work for connected textures or whatever, but let's give this a shot. So that would be there, and then oh, of course I need to put that in before that because I can't really. Alright, let's pull that out of there for a second. We'll break this. Oh, that broke our connection too. We'll have to go collect that here in a second, but I really want to cover this up. So let me see. Oh, it does work. Look at that. Connected textures are working there. I like that. I like that a lot. That should also mean I can do, if I can, well here, these I can just break. It's not a big deal. I can do that and that. I love it. Making it all pretty. Those should still connect, although I can't see that they're connected. Yeah, I can see actually down in there that they're connected. Now we just need to put this thing back in. Right where it was at. Like so. We need to rotate it. Oop, wrong wrench. There we go. Rotate it. Rope. Come on, rotate, you thing. Why you no rotate? Okay. Let's try it. Let's try it again here. Like that. Did it go right that time? Yeah, it did go right that time. Cool. Did face the right direction that time. And then we'll have to go back down and hook our power back up. But before we get too much further here, we need to make sure we get our servos on here. Servo on. No. On there. It's really hard to target that. There we go. Servo there. Servo there. Of course, we need to set these to ignored. Ignored. That should be piping water in there now. Yes, it is. Good. Put our cactus back in there and our sand back in there, and that should, as soon as we hook the power back up to it, start working again. And I will get that other servo from the bottom side, I think. Maybe. Let's pick those up before they despawn. And we'll get that servo connected before we get any further. Where would that servo? That servo would be like up and under there. And this is probably going to break our wire there again. Yes, it did. But there we go. Now I can at least get to... Oh, if I can see it. There it is. Just barely see it. That servo. I told we were going to get it all cramped in here. That's exactly what we're doing. We're cramping it right in. Remove these. Put one back right there. That looks pretty good. Put that back there, and then all we need to do is put our wire connector back onto the bottom there, and finally reattach our wires to there and there. And then now if we look up in there, yes, we got no fertilizer, but we do have no power flowing. Why no power flowing again? set because it really does need to go to the side. It's definitely showing that there's water and... Oh, really? Could have swore. Did I do something? What did I do wrong this time? That is a connector. Yes, that's an LV connector. Is it possible that we drained out all the power? I wouldn't think so. Nothing's happening back here. I mean, unless I need to smack that bottom side with a hammer and make it an output. No, it's already set to an input of some sort. I think it's an item input. No, nothing's happening there. All I'm doing is rotating it. We're not getting any power in there. There's definitely power in the capacitor. Definitely power here. No power in that connector, but that shouldn't make a difference. Okay. Does that mean we really... Oh, well, that's the side... Oh, well, yeah, water. But... I mean, I need to go to the other side with the water pipe? Or... Well, that's not good. Because that's my light. I don't want to mess up my light. Not sure why that suddenly decided not to work. It was, I swear, it seemed like it was working there for before, connected to the bottom. No, I think the bottom input is actually for fertilizer. I think. So, okay, how can I do this? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if I use extra bits, so there's that. I really want it to come up through that center, right underneath. I mean, I guess the one way I could do it... Did I get the pieces? I think I got the parts, yeah. So one way I could do it would be to just put another relay right. Hang on, we're gonna have to get up in there a little bit. Break this wire again. Put another relay right there. Right there. This is an abusive wire. But whatever makes it work, because I want that wire to come straight up through there. Let's see if that now gets power into it. No. What did we do wrong here? Are we, oh, did I not connect that? Oh, there we go. There's power into it. Okay. Works for me. Works. I guess that works. I guess that works. Okay, we'll just put that there. That'll just have to be a kind of open ugly there. I will go ahead and actually switch. Where's my axe? Switch that half slab to one of these. If I can reach it from... Come on. There, I got it. Reach it from there. Same with that other half slab there. Now I'm just being nitpicky, I know, but why not? There we go. Got it. Not as ideal as I would like, but it is in there and it's cramped in there, and that's what we wanted to do. Okay, so next thing is to check on whether this is actually working. Yes, it is. This is getting more water than it is producing, which is good. So that's going to produce cactus over time using power. I think what I might even do is just to... Yeah, I can't really I mean, I could fill those in back in there. So I could fill that block in. That make it a little more solid looking back in there. But yeah, I guess we'll just leave that like it is for now. That can be filled in. Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about these other pipes, I don't think. I mean, I could throw a few more of these back on. Actually, that would actually be nice. So we go ahead and remove that. We can put that there and that there. And I think what I'll do is get some chisel bits. Chisel bits will work for that. And do that. And now we can just put these back. 1, 2, and 3. And that'll start producing some water. Water for us. Chisel bits will work from back in there. So do I have... Question is, do I have those as a chisel bit? Probably not right this minute, but won't take but a second to make some. Double check, make sure I don't actually have any. No, I don't. So we'll just cut a block up here real quick. And then we will put a chisel plane. Can I? Well, here. Do it out here. Break it. Oop, need pickaxe would probably be better. And then we can use that right there. There we go. Now if I fall back in this little hole, I won't be stuck. Although that is going to not be an issue here in just a second, because I'm going to put those other 3 pieces back and then I won't even be able to get back in there. So I guess it wasn't super important. Because we put these back and now we go. There we go. And that should be a much better, more permanent water solution source. I don't have to touch it anymore. It's just going to sit here and produce water. I'm not 100% sure that if one wood crucible would have been enough to keep up with the cloche, but I know that the 3 is definitely going to be enough. The other thing I could have done would have been to possibly... It looks like it's only keeping 2. And almost looks like it could keep up. With one of them would have been enough to keep up with just the cloche, but at least this way it's always going to be enough. And if I have something that I want to just come in and just toss in this oak wood crucible, because it looks like this one's not actually getting used. Yeah, this is pretty much not getting used. The other thing I could do is put a big barrel water reservoir thing here, but there we go. That's going to be a lot better water production. So now I can fill up my watering can a little faster. Now it's going to take, that's actually full now, so we're good there. So pretty much all the remaining water is going to either go into these barrels, and then of course the pipe has a much bigger reservoir because there's a lot more conduit. Each piece of flux duct has a certain amount of reserve that it can hold, so there's a lot more flux duct, or not flux, fluid duct in there in the system, so that makes that reservoir portion of it bigger, which also means that once that gets full, once these barrels are completely full, and then once the fluid duct is completely full, these will eventually back up, and this one will fill up with the remaining bit of stuff. Also, the other thing is if I put some fertilizer in there, and I'm sure there's a few different fertilizers I can put in there, that might actually get the production rate up to, in fact, where is there a recipe button in here anywhere? Probably not. But fertilizer, this stuff, if I get some rich pyrogrow and wood chips, niter, I get those from mob drops. That's actually not too hard to get. Rich slag, I don't have any of that. Can I just do the regular stuff? Oh, actually I can do that with just the slag from the furnace out here. Maybe let's make a little bit of that real quick, because I know that stuff is a little bit better than just bone meal. So see. Does it take? Did it take bone meal? It's no, wood chippings. That probably means I need to saw some wood. I guess that leads into something else I want to do. Didn't really get too much into the explanation of these plants things, but I don't have any of the crafting things ready to go yet. I just wanted to get the water production going, and I'm curious whether or not those cloche will take those seeds. It doesn't look like so when you look through any eye, but oop, that's too far. The other thing I want to do is make the auto placer. In fact, we should do that instead of doing this by hand. Auto placer this thing right here. Auto placer. It's basic coil, which is some filament. I think I have a few filament there, and copper, and then what else is it? This Pallius crystal, which I think is just some lapis. Lapis. I've got a bit of that. Wow, my inventory is jammed. So let's see if we can't unjam it real quick. Oops, that can go in there. Did I have some other pipe covers? I think I did in here somewhere. But those can go away. Put my decorating stuff away. Eat some food because things are starting to get black and white. And that'll do. And that actually belongs in here as well. Tool. Let's see here. All of our wiring stuff can go back away. I should really make the toolbox from Immersive Engineering for holding all that wiring and stuff. And then shears can go in there because you really only use those for crafting stuff. Structured duct can go in there. Fluid duct there. There we go. Get rid of some of these things. Get some inventory space here because we're going to need a few bits of inventory space, I imagine, in order to craft this thing. Auto placer. Does it just need cobblestone? Yeah, cobblestone. And then this thing, which is, of course, yes, lapis, like we thought. Just like we thought. I got a lot of it, so let's go ahead and do a half a stack. Because I don't believe this thing takes any more power to do like additional items. So if we just toss those there and get those. There's the crystals. A bunch of those now. And then what was the coil? Hopefully I have the filaments. You know what? I probably have the filaments are down in the cauldron. Right there. There they are. Yes, they are in there indeed. Alright. So that should allow us to make one of these. And then now we should just be able to go like so, and there we go. Auto placer. Like it. I like it. Let's put those things away. So now, if we grab a stack of wood, and what I think I'm going to have to do is, yeah, I'm going to have to remove this item filter off of there because I just wanted to pick up everything at this point. That didn't go right. I wanted to face. Oh, it went in here. I want it to face this direction. Not sure if there's an easy way to rotate it afterwards, but there we go. That should face it the right direction. Yes. And then that will automatically go ahead and do a whole stack of wood, which will put that all the drops right into there. And then I can just come back and get them in a little bit. Very nice. I should upgrade that. I think I even have an upgrade for that. So let's do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. But I think that is, yeah, I think I got one upgrade for it. I think that's about where we're going to let off on this one. I just wanted to show you the improved water production for the Nether. Let's see, like that. Did that work? Yes, it did. Okay, cool. Now it is a dense stone junk box. Nice. Yeah, improved water production for the Nether. And then, yeah, I think between this episode and the next one, we're just going to go ahead and Let's make sure that we don't have anything else to turn in there. We're just going to go ahead and work some more on the magic. Dang it, magic. Still having that issue with the, there we go. On the magic crop. Oh, I got all these to turn in. Let's claim these. Forgot about that. Claim that one. So you can see that I'm up to, I've made some supremium. I haven't actually used it for anything yet. And I've done the tier 3 seeds. The tier 2 seeds, obviously. Oh, come on. Claim. There we go. And Prudentium. Again, have not done anything with that. And of course, the infusion crystal. I really want to get to the master infusion crystal because this has unlimited usages. And the one that I'm currently using only gives you 500 usages, although you can see that I haven't used it all that much. But let's open up these chests before we call this one a day. Oh, more drawers. That's something else I need to do, is get a drawer system going up. That can go in my extra armor chest. Some rabbit sandwiches and some cupboards. Oh, nice. Cupboards, that can maybe go in the kitchen for something. I know they're not part of the multi-block thing, but they're kind of a interesting block. Maybe like up here. Yeah, there we go. Cupboard. That works. They look good in there. Those are kind of similar to the to those starter chests that we started with. They're kind of don't have a ton of space. Ooh, mob grinder stuff. Okay, not sure what we're gonna do with that, but that, and another unstable ingot. That's actually not bad. An Infernium Paxil and a bunch of Infernium Essence. Well, that's kind of nice. That is kind of nice. Kind of goes with what we were doing. And some fast hoppers and some filtered hoppers. Oh, cool, cool. I'm actually getting some decent rewards now. Now let's put those away in there. We'll figure out what to do with them. But I think we're going to call that it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Just a little bit on better water production and stuff. But until next time, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment. And until next time, I will catch you later. Bye-bye.